What's crack-a-lackin', fellas? We got week 5 on tap. Kind of a shit game, if I'm being honest. I don't think this game's going to be very good. But, I mean, the Rams, if you got Puka Nacua, hopefully he has a field day. I mean, I have Puka Nacua in my home league, so I'm hoping he has a field day. I have to start Blake Corum in the Flock League this week, so we'll see how that goes. I will say, if Blake Corum randomly has like 16 points, I will be in a very good mood after that.
So, Corey, it's funny you said that, buddy. Have you seen who I'm starting in the Flock League? Or, sorry, correction, who I'm not starting?
Yeah, me and Danny are down bad on bye weeks this week, so we are not in great shape for who we have to start. But hell, sometimes when you got to throw a random ass guy out there, you pull a Joe and get a great week out of him.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like low key. Don't get me wrong. My lineup is ass. Like I acknowledge that. Full transparency, you guys will see the predictions, but once you see them, you'll understand what I'm talking about. I literally have an empty tight end slot and an empty kicker slot this week, and my lineup consists of guys like Isaiah Bond, Isaiah Davis, Byshell Tootin. Like, we're getting gritty here, and not even talking about the fact that Wan'Dale Robinson is probably one of my better projecting starters.
Yeah, it's tough. When you got bye weeks, it is tough. I'm sure everybody is dying with the injuries in the bye weeks as well. Maybe you luckily don't have anybody on bye. Shout out to you. But yeah, I have Bijan on bye in both my home league and in the Flock League. So we're not looking great so far this week, but at least in my home league, I got a gift of Amari DiMercado being a starter randomly out of the blue. We got a bunch of questions to get to, so we could probably start ripping. What's up?
I'm kind of on the Michael Carter side of it, man.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. I whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, they're probably neither of them is going to be like extremely good, but
3-man committee.
Yeah. Because I think Bam Knight will probably get some touches as well.
And I'm not sure how relevant this is to you, but there was a tweet today from Jaden Blue basically being like excited, like it's on or something like that, which may be a signal that he's active this week because Miles Sanders was questionable.
Yeah, I feel like nobody's actually cared about Jaden Blue except you this whole year.
But like,
and like Davis Maddock maybe probably cares about Jaden Blue.
He's a little sneaky though. I'm telling you, man, a little sneaky.
Ugh, gross. Guy sucks ass. Hood Pope, too much. The guy lost Tyreek. Could I add more?
I'm cool taking
McCaffrey for Christian McCaffrey.
McCaffrey looks like a legendary running back right now. The guy's going to get 13 targets a game if these wide receivers are going to continue to be hurt.
I mean, yeah, dude, adding McCaffrey to this squad, yeah, go get Christian McCaffrey, especially in a start 7. Like,
I guess the one thing I would say, honestly, see if you would take Jamar Chase instead of Nico. I would rather have Nico. But like, I would do it as is, but see if you can give Chase instead of Nico, because maybe Chase has a little bit of name cachet even still.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Carson having to set his lineup here, losing Reek and Kittle on IR.
Easy Fields.
Yeah, I have Daniel Jones quite high this week as well, but I do like Fields better.
Where do you have Fields in your rankings? Let me pose this question.
QB like 6 in my rankings, I think, this week. No, he's QB 7.
Yeah, so he is my, let me see, weekly quarterback 6 this week. I actually have him straight up ranked higher than Herbert and Mahomes.
Do you have Daniels in your rankings?
Daniels at number 3.
Do you have Lamar in your rankings?
Lamar Jackson is not.
Okay, so he's 7 for me, but I have Lamar in my rankings still until he gets rolled out. So he's technically 6 if we assume Lamar is out.
Like, my rankings currently go Allen, tier of his own, Hurts, Daniels in their tier, although Daniels might even be like the tier after, because if Deebo Samuel doesn't play, you're looking at no Terry McLaurin, no Deebo Samuel, potentially Zach Ertz is your number 1 target going up against the Chargers. Like, the saving grace for Daniels is he was a full participant. It sounds like the knee's fully ready to go, and you're hoping he can get you 75 rushing yards.
Yeah, no, for sure. So Carson Taylor here, wide receiver wise, you're probably looking, I mean, Odunze is on bye, Metcalf is on bye, Tyreek is out. So McConkey is going to be your first option there. Yeah. Your second option's got to be Io Manor, I would assume, especially with Ridley not practicing yet again today. It looks like Ridley could be ruled out for that game, which would be huge for Io Manor. And then you're going Juwan
not practicing.
Juwan's not practicing. So, I mean, that's not great. Running back wise, he's in like the same shape that you and I are in right now. I mean, Blake Corum's got to be an option in your flex. I guess move Gibbs or JT to your flex for the sake of moving around your lineup.
And then, honest to God, whoever you pick up for Tyreek Hill once you drop Tyreek is who's going in the lineup.
Yeah, you got to definitely drop Tyreek at this point. If you pick up, I don't know, who's somebody that's like on a lot of waiver wires that could be a startable option, like Malik Washington, Darius Slayton, either of the
Isaiah
Cowboys
Davis,
receivers, maybe Turpin or Tolbert.
Isaiah Davis, no Braylon Allen going up against the Cowboys is a good option.
Yeah, I think if De'Ami Brown got dropped by a lot of people after his injury, he might not be a bad option. Luke McCaffrey might be a decent option if Debo is out too.
Isaiah Bond, no Cedric Tillman, played 55% of the snaps last week, 6 targets. We could potentially see him operate, 75, 80% of the snaps.
Yeah, Booty might have been dropped by a lot of people after Diggs' big game, so it's possible that he'd be available. I mean, for now, I can't even put in Burden because he's not even playing.
Put in Giddens because that's the only one that can play. But if you're hearing this right now in the review portion, I'm sure this is going to get linked to you. Definitely go and pick up like whatever option we mentioned. I actually did my waiver wire this week. Have a couple stabs, even like a Jalen Tolbert has played 80+% of the snaps 2 weeks in a row. Again, you're not going to be like faced with great options, but they're guys that you can maybe close your eyes and picture a touchdown.
Yeah. For sure. David Montgomery and Emeka Egbuka for Bucky Irving.
I want David Montgomery and Egbuka. I want Montgomery and Egbuka. Also, I don't know where you have Montgomery in your running back rankings this week, but I'm telling you it's too low.
He is running back 22 in my rankings this week.
Dude, he's going to play. You cut out for me for a second. Is it me or is it Corey? Let me know, chat. Is Corey cooked or is it? It could be me because my connection is kind of booty cheek sometimes. Let's see what chat says. I am eyes on it. Let me know. He froze. Corey froze, right? Corey froze, not me. Corey. Okay. I'll continue that conversation when he comes back, and it sounds like it's about right now because I hear the audio cue.
Dude, my friggin' you know what I figured out is the problem here?
Your microwave?
It's not my internet. It's my Wi-Fi extender that my Ethernet is plugged into, because this cutting out thing, the only time it happens is when I have that on, and when I'm just on like regular Wi-Fi now and I'm fine. So I don't know why the hell my Wi-Fi extender is acting up, because it used to be really good. But yeah, I'll have to investigate that. But I just realized that's the thing that's causing it lately.
I have Montgomery ranked RB 15 this week. Cincinnati is terrible against the run. His anytime touchdown is about minus 190 right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. You could definitely get me there on Montgomery. But yeah, I think this is a fine trade if you want to do it. I mean, I really love Bucky still. And I think Egbuka is maybe even a tiny bit of a sell high at the moment. But I don't know, man. That's pretty close. If Bucky was healthy, I would actually be fine making that trade though.
Javonte and Terry for Emeka.
Yeah, I would rather have Egbuka.
I think I would too. Also, what the fuck?
Dannying my lad right now. The hell does that even mean?
What the hell is even that?
That's crazy. That's like when it's like an unk word that I don't know what it means, but I've just learned what it means.
Aura.
No, well, yeah, that. I was gonna say gooning. I was gonna say gooning.
Oh hell no!
The guy's gooning his lad right now,
dude. Freaking Dylan's gonna come back and watch the start of the stream and lose his marbles.
Yeah, Jack
Scatterboo and Nico.
Scatterboo and Nico for yeah. I think it probably is.
Former Washington running back type shit.
I don't know if this is Scatterboo and Nico.
Why not?
Well, so here's the thing. I would definitely take this side. Josh Jacobs and Nico Collins are close enough in my rankings. It's not a wash, but Jacobs and Warren for Nico is a wash for me. And then Scatterboo and McConkey, I have McConkey higher than Scatterboo, plus Scatterboo is more of a short-term play. Like, yes, in the immediate 1 to 2 week, short term, he's going to be excellent, but I am curious what happens when Tracy comes back.
10 team start 7.
Right. But like in a 10-team start 7, once Tracy is back, I actually think there's only 2 starters. Like there's only 1 starter in this side of the deal and 2 starters in this side.
I just think in a 10-team start 7, you give Scatterboo 1 more week and he has a big week going up against the New Orleans Saints this week. I think you can get even more. For me personally, I don't like losing Nico for Jacobs.
McConkey has a great week this week, which I think he will because the Commanders are dead last against slot receivers. I do think it's possible that lad is not obtainable for this price anymore. That's why I think he's a good buy in this trade. This is a pretty even deal, but I definitely think this is a sharp buy on Jacobs, McConkey, and Warren. I'm guessing this is from like a team who's in good shape because 2 of these guys are on bye this week.
Like I do have Scadaboo ranked higher than you, and I also do have presumably Jacobs ranked lower. Yeah, you have Jacobs at 20. I have him at 24. So for me, I would go with the Nico Scadaboo side.
Yeah, it's a pretty fair trade though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
11 SP 11 McBride, Jacoby Myers for Garrett Wilson and Hunter Henry, and he'd be getting the Garrett Wilson side of that deal. So Wilson, like McBride and Myers to me is like the second and third best asset in the deal, and Wilson to me is the best asset in the deal, at least as it currently stands. You could argue that McBride and Wilson are probably close.
I probably go
McBride and Myers there.
I think so too, because I mean, just the target volume that you're getting from McBride. On top of that, it's a position that realistically, after the top 3 or so producers, kind of has that big fall off. On top of that, I mean, realistically, with Jacoby Myers, yeah, I think Garrett Wilson is probably a win at ADP. I think Garrett Wilson is probably going to be a low end wide receiver 1 this year, but I also think Jacoby Myers has been a win at ADP. So if you're talking about a potential, we'll say, top 24, top 25, or top 24 to 27-ish wide receiver rest of the season, plus maybe the tight end 1, tight end 2, versus maybe wide receiver 11, 12, plus tight end 13. Like, I would just rather have the advantage at tight end there.
I think just thinking about it logically, how many more points per game does McBride have over Hunter Henry? I bet it's more than Wilson has over Jacoby Myers. That's kind of just the way I think about it rationally. It's like Jacoby Myers 14-ish point per game receiver, Garrett Wilson maybe 17 point per game receiver, McBride's going to be a 15 to 16 point per game tight end, and Hunter Henry's probably like a 12 point per game tight end at best.
I understand it, because I mean, Hunter Henry's obviously off to such a great start. So in theory, you would get a Hunter Henry. You think, okay, maybe if he can continue as a back end tight end 1, I can close that gap. And obviously, Garrett Wilson, despite the situation, I think has very clearly taken that step this year, which is a great sign, because obviously last year you had the inconsistencies, you had, the vibes kind of be bad, but like Garrett Wilson himself has just been playing a lot more consistent.
I'm glad you're eating your crow on Garrett Wilson, because you called him like a wide receiver 30 or whatever coming into the year.
And you know what? He looks great. He's commanding volume. And ultimately, I mean, we're talking maybe Mason Taylor emerging as the number 2 target in that offense. If Mason Taylor emerges as the number 2 target in the offense, we're talking maybe a 6 to 7 target player. You're not talking about, a George Pickens. You're not talking about a T. Higgins. Like, you're talking about a situation where Garrett Wilson should pretty much have a stranglehold on 30 to 33% of the targets.
Yeah, and don't look now, guys, but Garrett Wilson has 3.5 more points per game than Justin Jefferson. So never early, or never wrong, just early.
You definitely need to make a bid about that. And then
I do. Yeah, I'm going to wait a little longer until it's like actually sticky. Ironically, Nathan has both of them, so it's not like it's even really relevant, but it is funny that technically Garrett Wilson is not technically, he actually is outscoring Justin Jefferson right now. Spectral Toast.
We're going to disagree here. I want Rice and Golden.
I mean, based on my rankings, it's pretty close in terms of like slightly better asset for Rice, slightly worse asset for Golden. If you're in a position where you're like winning games and you're trying to shoot for the ceiling, I do think that Rice has the upside to be like clearly the best asset in this deal. This is a pretty fair trade though. I'm not going to sit here and say that this is like outrageously one-sided. I'll give you the Rice and Golden side for sure. It's pretty close.
I will give you flowers though. I did not expect you to even have Rashee Rice in your top 30. That surprised me.
Yeah, no, I have him pretty high.
That surprised me.
Payday Fool starting Rattler. I guess you can start Rattler over Wentz, and I would. There's only 36 point over under in that London game, and those are the 2 quarterbacks in it. I think I'd probably start Rattler.
Yeah. I like Gabriel semi interesting because he can run a little bit, but I think you got to go with Rattler.
Yeah, I guess the Vikings defense international game. I don't think he's interesting.
Doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like
it's just more so you're hoping he can maybe get 25 to 30 rush yards. And like at that point, it's like if you're talking about 12 to 15 point projections, anyways, at least if you get the boy of 30 rushing yards, possibly sneaking a touchdown, like you can even get a 17, 18 point week, which like you get a 17, 18 point week from any of those quarterbacks, you take it as a dub. You zone out. You good? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. So just power through it. I was just switching back to my Ethernet thing to make sure it would.
Yo, I thought
I switched from my Wi-Fi back to my Ethernet to see if it would adjust itself. I did that on purpose. Sorry.
Sorry. I'm talking to you and I just see you stare into the oblivion. I'm like, did this guy fucking zone out?
No, I wanted you to keep going, and then I thought it would only take like a 1 second delay or whatever. I didn't realize it would delay me for like 5 seconds there. I just was switching back to my Ethernet thing.
I thought you were straight airing me, staring at me in the camera, just ignoring everything.
Yeah, no, we're good. In the flex here, what are we rolling with? Because Odunze is obviously on bye. Rashee Rice isn't back yet. I mean, this is pretty rough. I think DeMercado probably has to be one of these.
And then I probably go Corum.
I'm cool with going Hunter here, probably as the other one, right?
It's Corum or Hunter. I actually really do like Corum. I talked about this stat when I was doing my pick'em. By the way, we'll show our pick'ems after in this live stream, like probably closer to like the 7:30, 7:45 mark, but like just about when you're leaving, right, Corey?
Yeah.
I talked about this in the pick'em, but shout out Dataroma. He tweeted this. Blake Corum in week 4, 41% team carry share. Oh, yeah. He had 41% of the Rams carries. Like, there's a very real
I'm starting to right
now. Bro, there's a very real possibility, especially knowing the 49ers are shorthanded, no Nick Bosa on that side of the ball, 8.5-point Ram favorites. Like, his pick'em is at 32.5 rushing yards. And to me, like, this feels like a 50-55 yard type of game.
I took his higher on receiving yards because it was 1.5. So I didn't go the rushing yards route in my pick'em, but I did the receiving yards. But anyways, RJ Harvey and Alec Ioman are easily over DeAndre Swift.
Yes, not even, I would take Harvey over Swift.
And yeah, I have Harvey ranked over Swift as well, even if Swift as of now is still getting the work. I just don't trust him to hold that down. What should I do with Ladd at this point? I mean, he just lists kind of some players here. I'm not sure exactly what the trade is, if there's a trade here.
Like, is that supposed to be your team?
I think this is just supposed to be like a super message, kind of, where he's like, what should I do with Ladd? Is basically just a general question.
I guess the advice that we have for you against 10 teams start 9. Let's take a look at the team real quick. Just so we have some thing. Because like my advice here, being as the top team, you have Ladd McConkey as your wide receiver 4. I would use him to tier up. Maybe you can take Ladd McConkey plus Devontae Adams and see if you can buy low on CeeDee Lamb right now.
I wouldn't right now, though, because I think that McConkey will gain value after this week.
Fair. And I guess also, I said wide receiver 4. He did lose Neighbors and Pearsall's banged up.
For some reason, I don't know why Neighbors is still showing in my rankings because he's out of my rankings right now. So
and also, dear Christ, what a running back core. Hopefully Benson can come back healthy for you because I mean, and Bucky for that matter. Hopefully you can put some
injuries, unfortunately.
Yeah. Maybe you take one of your tight ends too, especially noting I like Waller, but realistically, because you have 2 really, really good tight ends, drop Waller for Byshell Tootin.
Yeah, and see if you can trade one of those tight ends, like we said. But yeah, as of now, is the question that you asked, what should I do with Ladd at this point? He's a hold, in my opinion.
I think so too. Unless you can tier up with them. Like if you can tier up with them, like I said, I would be willing to do that Lamb deal I mentioned. Like if it was Devontae Adams plus Ladd for Lamb.
Yeah, BPAT said not on stream preferred for his question.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I didn't see that until just now.
Send him another voucher. All right, well,
I mean, I was going to say, as soon as the stream is done, we can just answer that for him.
What did we? I thought we just did.
No, I didn't. That was Pierre's question.
Oh, okay.
I just skipped over it. I'm saying he says not on stream prefer. Maybe some of his league mates watch the channel and that's why he doesn't want it on stream or something. But we can cover that for you off stream, BPAT. Yeah.
I just wanted to say, wanted Ladd to produce 18 points a game, and sadly we got Devontae Adams 2.0. What do you mean Devontae Adams 2.0 though? What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that means. Both teams are subscribers here. Okay. Josh Allen, Drake London, and Tyler Warren for Kyler Murray, Amon-Ra, and Trey McBride.
I love the upside.
Warren.
I love the upside of that side.
This is a great deal though. Like, I mean, you're taking a major downgrade at quarterback.
I view Kyler as a quarterback too. I view Kyler as a quarterback too. And the fact that you can get a legitimate 25, 26. I mean, like, what's stopping Allen from getting up to like 26, 27 points per game? Realistically, James Cook is banging touchdowns right now. And again, I think James Cook is a league winner. I think James Cook's going to be a mid to high end running back one rest of the season, but he's also scoring a touchdown every single game. Like there will be games like we start to see, 4 passing touchdowns or a couple Allen rushing touchdowns. You know what I mean? Like we haven't really seen outside of week 1 that complete, Allen is by far the best player on the field. Or on Earth, sorry, on Earth. He is
the best player on Earth. That is correct. But yeah, that's an interesting trade. Grim Bull here, Tedero, McMillan. All 3 of these players are on my home league team, which is hilarious. That's not enough for Bijan to me.
That's a lot, though.
It's a lot, but I think I need to move McMillan down a little bit in my overalls. He's probably more of like a 3-4 turnish type of player. I love the target share, but the offense is handcuffing what he's capable of doing. If this was Amari and Hampton and who? This is Amari and Hampton and Garrett Wilson, maybe?
George Pickens.
I have McMillan higher than Pickens.
I have Pickens at 12.
Yeah, I have Garrett Wilson at 10. So I would say Rashee Rice or Garrett Wilson, I would say, is probably about something I would consider. I think I like the Bijan side. As I often say, you are going to have to pry Bijan Robinson from my cold, dead hands this year. I need an overpay for this man if I'm trading him because I don't want to trade him.
Fair enough. I mean, that would be like me and
napkin. Crazy. Justin Jefferson and J.K. Dobbins for Breece Hall and Nico. This is Breece Hall and Nico easily, right?
Yes, by far. Also, remember when Chow was trying to convince us to trade CeeDee Lamb for Ricky Pearsall? Now Ricky Pearsall's hurt.
Yeah. Rashee Rice for Alvin Kamara. I mean, we're taking Rashee Rice here, right?
All day. Rashee Saint.
Motherfucking Rice. I'm so glad he's not on your team, so I don't have to hear that annoyance.
Brother, I should have gotten him. Even Mason admitted to me in the DMs that I had the better offer than Avery.
Yeah, your offer was better.
Fuck.
Justin Jefferson, DJ Moore for Romo Dunze, Kenneth Walker. I think we want Kenneth Walker and Romo Dunze pretty easily there. Denko, Genty, and Jerry Jeudy for CeeDee Lamb.
No. What? Jerry Jeudy, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I mean, Jerry Jeudy isn't worth anything, so we'll take CeeDee Lamb there.
We're throwing Jerry Jeudy around like it's an asset. Who are you, Mason?
Yeah, fact. Love the content, appreciate the help. Tajay Spears and Jamar Chase for Drake London.
London. I take London
rather than anything, but I do, and so this is Chase for London straight, essentially, in my opinion. So I'll take London. Yeah. Even though I probably have them a lot closer than you do, if I had to guess.
Wide receiver 8 versus wide receiver 14 rest of the season. I break Jamar Chase.
Yeah, they're 5 and 8 for me. So I actually have both of them higher than you have them. But
I'm assuming the difference is I have Rome higher than you, JSN higher than you, and Nico higher than you. Or you might have Lamb lower. Still.
I have Lamb at 4.
Oh, okay. You moved him back.
I moved him up since we missed a game of him now, and he should be coming back in the next couple of weeks. But Nico is at 7. He's ahead of Jamar, but behind Drake for me. I have Odunze below both of them. And who was the other person you said? Adams, Rice, Wilson?
Rashee Rice at 9. Devontae Adams at 10. Emeka at 11. George Pickens at 12. Garrett Wilson at 13. Jamar at 14 for me.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm the only one in our flock league, by the way, is 4 top 30 receivers on their team. And I think after Ladd has a breakout game this week, it will be 4 top 24 receivers.
Hey, give it one more week. I'm the only one that's going to have 3 top 5 wide receivers on their team.
Who's the other one?
I'm making a joke that Roma Dunze and Drake London are going to rise, and then CeeDee Lamb's going to be back.
I see. Yeah.
I mean, regardless, 3 top 10.
Yeah, those are nice receivers. You and I have exactly the same built team, except
we're all boom bust.
Has a higher ceiling because I have Beige. But you have,
I would argue
you have better a better firepower at receiver, but I have 4 really good receivers still.
I fair enough. See, the thing is, what you say about Bijan is what I say about Lamb, so that's how it kind of evens out to where we are.
Well, yeah, and for what it's worth, Odunze is more valuable than any receiver that I have, and he's your wide receiver 3. So
kind of insane.
Thank you, by the way. Good receivers as opposed to you have 3 great ones.
Hey, thank you, by the way.
Yeah. Jordan Mason, Jamar Chase for Brian Thomas and Trey Benson. I mean, pre-injury, this would have been more interesting, but I moved Benson down again. I have no idea why it's not updated there because I know he's not ranked at 51 for me.
It's just really unfortunate. I mean, we talked about it today. Looks like a 6 to 8 week timeline, torn meniscus. You never want to see for a running back, especially one that so clearly relies upon being an explosive player. If he's coming back early from the meniscus, maybe he's not fully comfortable. That's going to affect his explosion. On top of that, he had knee issues in college.
Yeah, he did. He tore his ACL as a sophomore, which is not great. And it was a multi-ligament ACL tear as well.
It looks like he can't start either.
Is it the same knee? Do you know?
Huh?
Is it the same knee?
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I'd be curious if anybody's talked about that. But
let us know if you're in chat. Both these guys
don't you think I've been trying? I've literally, first of all, I have to deal with Mason every time I want a running back, or Badaki, who hasn't really wanted to deal one either.
Dude.
They're the only 2 people in the league with excess running backs to trade, legitimately. Other than Other than them, the next closest one is probably Thomas, who never answers his phone.
The thing is, Badaki doesn't even have excess running backs to trade anymore, because when I messaged him, hey, you done to trade? He's like, I need running back depth, is what he told me.
Well, because he lost Benson, so he's...
But that's what I mean. It's like, if that was one of the guys with excess running backs, now it's just Mason.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and I'm not dealing with Mason in a trade because he wants to give me Nick Chubb for fucking Emeka Egbuka or whatever the hell he's offering these days. Xavier Worthy over Keenan Allen, or you got Keenan Allen over Xavier Worthy this week?
Let me check. I believe it definitely is Xavier Worthy. I don't even.
Yeah, I like Keenan this week as well, but I do have Xavier Worthy higher.
I'm telling you right now, you guys are going to see, especially on the tier list video, you guys will see when, like, of course, I do my final, like, adjustments to it, because it's kind of a process. I do my initials come Thursday. If there's anything I want to adjust on Friday/Saturday morning, I'll do so, obviously, as we get more information. But as of right now, man, who you're mentioning for a start? There's a specific player I have aggressively ranked.
Worthy or Keenan Allen?
Worthy. Xavier Worthy, I have at wide receiver 12 this week.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I got Xavier Worthy. Want to trade for him? You didn't get Rice. You get the next best thing here. Broncos $123 here. Trey Benson. Now it's showing where I have Trey Benson ranked. Trey Benson, Brian Thomas Jr., Jamar Chase, Jordan Mason. Is this the question we already answered?
We just answered this. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. You want to send him a voucher for submitting the same question twice? But yeah, we're going with the Chase side of that after the injury. 6 solvency. Bijan on bye. So God, you have a lot of good options here. Garrett Wilson, Justin Jefferson, or Chuba Hubbard's probably out of the equation. JSN. I mean, like, the guys you're starting are already such good options. Yeah, Pickens and Smith and Jigba. Like, are you actually going to be sitting one of these guys?
You're not sitting Pickens. There's no way. There's no way you sit Pickens. There's no way you sit Pickens.
He's ranked. I have him wide receiver 9, but he's the fourth of this group for me. He's my wide receiver 9 this week, but I have Jefferson at 4 and 5, and I have Smith and Jigba at 3. You have him 5? Where do you have? Who's the lowest one for you? Jefferson. Or where?
Jefferson at 6.
That's crazy that all of these guys.
Actually, Jefferson at 7. There's no way I would play Jefferson over Garrett Wilson this week.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess by our consensus, you're sitting Jefferson, but that's crazy that's an actual decision you have to make.
Dude, the fact that we would have went into the year. I mean, actually, last year you would have been.
I just wanted the record to show I would definitely play Jefferson over George Pickens, even though George Pickens is in a great matchup. I just think there's one rule constant in fantasy football: you never sit Justin Jefferson.
Cleveland is a lot better on defense than New York, and Dak Prescott is a whole lot better than Carson Wentz. Tell that to somebody in 2019. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. You never sit Justin Jefferson, in my opinion, regardless of if the matchup's worse.
Apparently, you never sit George Pickens because he's been better.
Yeah, fuck. Jacobs for Jefferson and Tootin. I mean, I want Jefferson and Tootin here.
Please.
Guy that we just said to sit. Running backs, you're going to go Kenneth Walker. You going Marks or Henderson this week?
I'm going Woody.
I have Marks at 25, Henderson at 26. So yeah, I would go Marks as well.
I have Woody at RB 19 this week.
Crazy.
To be fair, I'm more aggressive, so I have Kamara a little bit lower because I also think it's going to be more of a split between him and Kendre. I have Chase Brown lower, bad matchup going up against Detroit. J.K. Dobbins, bad matchup against Philly, but like I also think there's the risk that RJ Harvey can get more involvement. Michael Carter, I have at 26, could be a potential 3-way backfield, although him versus Trevion Henderson's kind of where I'm closest right now. Do you have a lean between Carter and Henderson? Because the matchups with Carter
and Henderson, I have Carter like way lower than Henderson.
Okay, I have Carter higher than you.
I'm just not convinced that Carter is going to have a huge workload at all. I have him RB 30 this week.
Fair enough. And then Chuba's not playing, right? He didn't practice 2 days in a row.
He's not guaranteed not going to play, but he didn't practice again today. So if Chuba's out, like Chuba's at 22 for me, assuming he plays. If Chuba's out, I would probably put Dowdle at like 20 or 21, give or take.
Around there, yeah, I think so.
It's probably right around the Dobbins, Montgomery, Kamara range for me.
Yeah. I have Montgomery higher than you though, but we established that.
Yeah. So QJ is the lock in this question. Are you going JMO, BTJ, or Ellick? Probably go BTJ.
Yeah, I just want to see in terms of the other one because he's got another flex, right?
Yeah. I mean, tight end Brenton Strange. That Pearsall's not playing, so you go.
I would
go Trevion over both of those receivers.
I'd go JMO against Cincy over Trevion.
Oh yeah, right. They play the Bengals. Fuck. Yeah, that's an easy matchup for him.
Plus, he's kind of let down Zach like a couple weeks in a row. So
yeah,
like,
I'm kind of glad I traded that bum. I'm not gonna lie.
dude, he got the worst of the exchange of a dude.
Yeah, you got a Doomsday and I got Ibuka.
Hey, he got skumaz out of the whole thing.
He got a guy who's like wide receiver, what, 40 in fantasy right now, and you and I have the two top
League
10
winners.
fantasy receivers.
Cheers.
Austin 7. I think I'm a strong contender. Pick should be first overall next year. So you're talking the 101 in next year's in 2026. George Pickens for Malik. I would take Malik, man. I just think Malik's a monster.
That's a good offer, though.
Yeah.
I think you take Malik.
He also says should be first overall. If it's 103, then you are in really good shape. You know what I mean?
I think I just keep Malik, but like if you're like a heavy contender and like you're a monster team and you could win the championship.
I think I'm a strong contender, though.
I think if you think, then you probably don't know, which means if you
also,
don't know, then
if you think you're a strong contender, does he have a guy that's valued equivalent to what's projected to be the 101 to 103 that he can give you instead of the pick? Because then you're at least getting the production. Yeah, like if he was offering you Devon Achane and George Pickens, that would make more sense.
Well, that's what I mean. Can you go and shop that early to mid first and try to get like a big time chunk piece, like maybe a Tedrow McMillan, like at least in that range to even consider it?
Yeah, I just don't want to give up Neighbors, man. I just think Neighbors a monster.
I agree.
Neighbors is an absolute monster.
I don't know about you, Corey. Sorry, I just see this in chat. I make this trade every single time I sleep like a baby doing it. Redraft?
Jamar and Terry for CD. Yeah, I would also do that. I think Terry's just going to have a fucking busted season where you just are so pissed that you drafted him, to be honest with you.
You're never going to know when to play him.
I know. My Nico for Ibuka and Woody Marks.
That's free to me. I love Nico, but Ibuka is a top 12 wide receiver. And I think Woody Marks is legitimately real. I think Woody Marks
where does if you had to set an over under for on let's say from this point forward, what is Woody Marks in PPR points per game?
Top 25 at least, probably top 20.
Okay, so is a top 20 to 25 running back really worth going down? Because even though I have Ibuka not that far off from Nico in my rankings, it is a tier break to me. So I probably would keep Nico here as much as I love Ibuka.
It's a close call. I love Nico. Don't get me wrong. I think it's more so positive for the Bucks offense. Like currently in my rankings, I have it Ibuka at 11 and Nico at 8. So it's like, I know what you mean though. Like the way I view Ibuka and Rice is like right near that tier. Like them. Yeah. And honestly, I would take Ibuka over Devontae Adams now that I'm looking at it in the face because Devontae Adams is a little bit touchdown dependent, whereas like Ibuka has been, but you got the upside of a young player potentially getting better.
So is Ibuka your wide receiver 10 rest of season?
I just raised him there. Yes.
Holy shit.
I have him in a tier
than I have him raised.
The tier that I have is 9 through 13 right now, and I actually don't even have Jamar in this tier. I have it Rice, I have Ibuka, I have Adams, Pickens, and Garrett Wilson.
Wow.
Now I will say though, if the Bengals were to trade for Russell Wilson, I'd vault Jamar Chase up again. But
yeah,
I haven't been impressed with Browning. I really haven't.
Yeah, Browning's been pretty bad. Hot stuff. We already talked about this. What am I doing? Pierre got offered this. I have Genty and Judkins lost neighbors. Okay, so we already kind of looked over his team and saw how much running back depth and whatnot that he had.
Jefferson. What?
Yeah, I would go with Jefferson here, knowing that you also have, Genty and Judkins and Henderson and Benson at some point coming back potentially. That's a pretty easy one.
Why would someone ever offer you that?
I don't know. The kind dog here. Maybe they're worried about Jefferson. Kamara and Ibuka for Henderson, Olave, and Johnston.
Yeah, you can basically the way I see it, I have Trevion easily over Kamara. That's the only difference in our rankings.
Part of me is baking in that I think Kamara gets traded.
I mean, I love Ibuka. He's the clear best asset in this deal.
Yeah, I mean, in a start 8, like these guys are probably all starters, I would imagine, give or take. In a start 8, 12-team league, like QJ, Olave, Henderson, it's not like you're giving up any bench pieces here. It's pretty fair, I would say. Like, yeah, his team isn't loaded in, but Dekine Dog, if you're consolidating, which I'm assuming that's why you're making this trade.
I just don't like Henderson for Kamara.
For better options, maybe. Like, does he have a different running back that you can get instead of Kamara? Maybe a different wide receiver in that like 40-ish range. Like, if he has Tet McMillan and Ibuka that you're getting, it would probably be better.
I will say, if you legitimately took off the Henderson for Kamara swap, I would do it. And I know you actually disagree because you have Kamara ranked higher. I would take Henderson and sleep like a baby, and that's like very, very far discrepancy for me right now.
Yeah, I mean, until I see Henderson actually get the usage, I'm not going to go in that
No,
direction.
fair. I just I think I have to overvalue him, quote unquote, now because there's the chance he's like unobtainable. Like I would rather overpay for him slightly, quote unquote, because an overpay right now might very well be he doubled or tripled in value 3 weeks from now.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely fair. Trade is to receive 2 firsts for Igbuka or JSN. So he'd be selling one of the 2 receivers for 2 ones. I mean, I would rather sell Igbuka of the 2 receivers. First of all, I would rather keep JSN of the 2 guys.
Unless you're desperate for assets, I would hold, and you're not desperate for assets because you're top 2 in your league.
I mean, yeah, like you're building out an absolute squad here, and you just be essentially just punting one of these receivers so that you could draft running backs, I'm assuming is kind of the goal. I would probably, if you're going to sell one of them, I'd rather just get a hammer running back in return.
Yeah, or trade like Hunter Henry while his value's hot right now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you have
at face value, Igbuka for 2 early to mid projected ones is a good trade. I just don't think you need to do it necessarily.
Yeah, no, that's how I do it as well. Let's see, George Springer.
George Springer, shout out to the Jays. We're about to have a nice little play. Hey, we never talk about fake sports on this channel typically, but October baseball, man, Blue Jays, absolute monsters of a team. Couldn't tell you anything about them because I'm a fucking raging casual when it comes to baseball, but I might try and catch a game during this first series if I can.
I would be so happy if tonight the Sox were able to take down the Yankees and we were able to see the Jays versus the Sox.
Right. I forgot you're a fucking Red Sox fan, dude.
The only thing that
Jack commented, I just know Danny's a Yankees fan. You were close. He's a fucking Red Sox fan, which is like the second worst team he could cheer for.
It's the opposite of the Yankees, but all jokes aside,
big franchises that all Cowboys fans would cheer for.
I guess. The only thing that sucks is I wanted to get tickets for it. The one game is at 1 p.m. If the Sox were to win, 1 p.m. on Saturday is the one. The other
4 p.m. on Sunday.
4 p.m. on Sunday.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to the first 2 games. Is it a 5-game series, the first round?
Yeah, so we would hope it would go for like extended.
Yeah, I mean, I could always go to the second round or whatever, but yeah, the games for the Blue Jays are not in good shape. How do like really quick aside for like 20 seconds? The Jays are more likely to play the Guardians or Tigers, no? Or do they have to play one of the Sox or Yankees?
You play the Sox or Yankees. Regardless.
Okay, guaranteed. Okay, that's
which is
it's 1-1 right now.
It's 1-1 Sox Yankees. The game 3 game is tonight. Winner goes on.
Okay,
like
loser
loses. And the Sox are starting a rookie pitcher, but like he was good when he played this year.
Yeah, I hope you guys win.
I hope we
see the Bombers in the playoffs. Are you kidding me?
The thing is, though, if the Sox are able to win this series, they could potentially get Roman Anthony back for next series. And Roman Anthony, I'm telling you right now, come 3-4 years from now, he's going to be a top 5 player in baseball. Like he's already as a rookie, like one of the best players in the league.
Fair enough.
Insane.
I just don't want to play the fucking Yankees. I don't want
playing Judge is not fun.
Like, no, not a chance. Anyways, Bijan and Io Manor for Nico Collins and Javonte. What's my rule, Danny, this year? Bijan, no matter what.
Yeah, and honestly, that's good value. But yeah, I'm
once picked the non-Bijan side of a trade because that's just how highly I view the player Bijan this year. I don't want to be the guy who traded away 2019 Christian McCaffrey.
Just wait till the person, some random person, like does a troll donation of CD Lamb for Bijan Robinson in a couple of weeks when Lamb's back, and we just start bickering for 5 minutes.
Someone's gonna submit that troll question, guaranteed. Tedero McMillan, Ricky Pearsall for Olave, Godwin, and Judkins. I'll take Olave, Godwin, and Judkins. Man, I have Judkins and T-Mac back to back in my rankings.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly reasonable, I think.
Yeah, Judkins just a beast, man. Chef out here sitting in the inbox received Sutton and Pittman trades earlier. Should I trade or just hold neighbors? I mean, this is not enough for Malik. I would probably still not do this if this was a mid to late 1 and Igbuka.
Yeah, like if it was early to mid 1, you do it, but like
even then I would have to think about it.
Yeah, I love Malik. It's just like you also have risk that potentially it's the Brandon Ayuk route. It was a bad ACL. Like I understand if somebody was like risk averse, if they said, "Hey, Igbuka's a bang on wide receiver, and I insulate a first round pick." Like I can see somebody doing that for a second, though. Like no.
Yeah, no, definitely not. And Neighbors is 22 years old, man. There's a good chance he'll have a good recovery. Like Ayuk is 27, for example. Like it's a big difference in recovery time for the age.
Neighbors is younger than Igbuka. No.
Yeah, he is.
That's fucking
menacing co-producer out here. Kenneth Walker, Nico Collins for Khalil Shakir and Amari and Hampton. I think I'm rolling Kenneth Walker and Nico pretty easily there because I have Nico and Hampton basically as a wash, and then Kenneth Walker way over Shakir.
I agree.
D's nuts. Is this fucking Fusu? Kyler Murray or Jared Goff? This is Goff, right? He's got a fucking monster matchup against the Bengals.
Also, Jacob says now he's starting McCaffrey over Hunter. I'm not going to call you outrageous because there's Commanders injuries and you won it last time, and I don't have the right to call you outrageous because Tyquan Thornton absolutely crushed. So, Jacob, until you prove me otherwise, I'm going to call you the fantasy savant, and I'm going to say Luke McCaffrey should be over Hunter this week.
I would play Hunter for what it's worth. I know no one cares about my opinion on Hunter, but I would play Hunter.
Kamara.
Yeah, you're going Kamara there. Wide receiver wise, you're going Arthur Juan, and then in the flex, you're probably going Chase Brown, I would imagine.
Yeah, guaranteed 13, 14 touches, but yeah, I think you have to.
I mean, with no Ridley, would Alec become more interesting?
Yeah.
Like I have Alec, like
I can't do it over Chase though.
Top 36 play at wide receiver. I think if Ridley was out, I would actually be fine starting him over Chase Brown.
I don't think that's outrageous.
YTE here. Mike Evans, Puka Nacua, John Robinson, Michael Pittman.
This is Puka for me.
What did I say? I'm never going to click away from Bijan Robinson. I also have Pittman over Evans anyway.
I totally get that. I have Puka over Bijan.
Fair enough.
Hope that helps you. You're comparing two potentially legendary years.
Yeah.
It's just the one guy's averaging almost 28 per game right now, and I can't ignore it.
You know what you need to do? Have both of these guys on your team, like me in my home league. I'm just never gonna shut up about that.
Asshole. Yeah, you fucking robbed somebody. Congrats.
He sent me the offer. All right,
brother. You traded Kenneth Walker and Devontae Smith for Bijan, even though you didn't do the.
Don't forget trade back. He was a part of that deal. I know. It's so funny. You know what the funniest part about that whole trade is? Because when I made it, they're like, dude, Bijan's going down. I could just sense it. And then Trey Benson gets hurt the next week. Like, you can't say that. When you make a trade with someone, never say that you think their player's going down because your player will go down guaranteed.
Yeah, no, that's bad karma. Hell,
yeah,
fuck.
No, I'm knocking on wood just for bringing that up.
Dude, I got bad karma. I'm not sure if you noticed this. I made a bit. Because obviously, you remember when Zach Charbonnet was dealing with the ankle injury and he missed that one game and Walker was dealing with his foot and he was fine. I made a bit about how I got them in a room and surgically cut off Charbonnet's foot and put it on Walker and swapped them. And that was the week that fucking CeeDee Lamb had a high ankle sprain.
Yeah, dude, you don't tempt the fantasy gods, man. You don't tempt them. Mason calling himself king. I'm going to knock on wood here because I don't want to wish injuries on other people's teams. But all I'm saying is I wouldn't do what Mason's doing. I'm not going to say that he's tempting the fantasy gods. Somebody's getting injured. I'm just saying I wouldn't be as confident doing what he's doing for the sake of content. To me, it's just you're tempting the fantasy gods, man. Yeah. Warren or Kraft this week?
Let me take a look. I have Kraft. Oh, it's Kraft's on bye.
Oh, dumb. Yeah, Warren then. Benson is out. Neighbors is out. JMO or Ricky. I mean, Ricky Pearsall's out too, so I guess it's JMO.
Yeah, I like JMO. I like JMO a good bit this week, actually. I think it's a total rebound week. Also, Liam, this guy.
He is a Lakers fan, and that's Danny is the walking prototype. Cowboys, like Habs. If you're a hockey fan, he's fucking who has the most Stanley Cups. Habs, literally. That's just again not cheering for the Raptors, Blue Jays, or Leafs is a federal offense.
I'm not a geographical fan. A and B. I don't even fucking live in Toronto.
I know, but you're an hour away from Toronto. To me, you ought to be a fan of one of those teams. Like, yep, okay, you don't want to be a Leaf fan. Okay, the Leafs are kind of annoying, and we haven't won anything since '67. That's fair. Blue Jays and Raptors are a little bit ridiculous, in my opinion.
Why?
Especially that's the one that's the most ridiculous because the Blue Jays were really good when we were kids too.
Sure. When I started off as a casual baseball fan back when I was 8 or 9 years old, because one of my friends was a big Sox fan, started watching games with them, and I watched Big Papi Ortiz walk up to the plate, and I'm like, wow, that's a big ass fucking dude hitting dingers. Once I saw Big Papi Ortiz approach a plate, I knew I loved that fucking squad. And obviously they won in 2013, 2018. 2018, I remember, was my grade 12 plus year, and we all went out to the bars in Guelph, like when I wasn't in uni yet. We got fucking pissed drunk during I think it was game 5 of the series.
Yeah,
Big one.
That is fun. I remember the Raptors 2019 title run was insane, man. We went to Jurassic Park like literally every week. Xavier Worthy, Tedero McMillan, Marvin Harrison in the flex here. We're going Worthy over those guys
all day.
Yeah. The Jaguars have been quietly a pretty good defense, so I'm not like super confident on him, but he had so many targets and touches. It's hard not to be excited about him. Ryan here, I'm pretty thin at running back, only 2-2. Do I do it still? And I think we answered a similar question to this already, but yeah, you go Rashee Rice here slightly.
All day.
Boomer here. Shout out to me for submitting this question. You going Worthy and Flowers is probably who this is between, I would imagine.
Worthy would be first.
Without Lamar, I think I agree.
I have Worthy at 12. I have Flowers at 20. I have Waddle at 22. So I would go with Worthy. The thing with Waddle is I wanted to get him up higher, but objectively speaking, Carolina has been very good against wide receivers.
Yeah, they're really good against wideouts. Yeah, and I would like to get Flowers higher than that, but it's Cooper Rush, man. Like, can't really put too much faith in that offense. Devontae Smith, Amari DiMercado, Chase Brown, Trevion Henderson. To me, I think this is probably Chase Brown and Devontae Smith. As underperforming as those guys have been.
Yeah. Oh, Smith is... Yeah.
He smells lately. I get it.
Honestly, if you wanted to say fuck it and have fun, you could go Henderson over him. But I think process-wise, you take Smith. But I don't know, man. I don't feel great about it.
I think that's completely fair to not feel great about that.
Herbert available on waivers clearing 10-3, which is tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, if you can get Herbert, obviously you get Herbert. If not, I'm totally cool rolling Dart. I have Dart like quarterback 15 this week. I'm going to Saints.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're going to have to roll with him if Lamar is out, obviously.
He could get Herbert, he said. Herbert's
he could get Herbert. Sorry. Yeah.
If you get Herbert, yes.
Yeah, go get Herbert. Yeah, fuck. Especially if Lamar is expected to be out 3 games, or 3 weeks, because they have a bye in week 7. So I picked up Dak in the Flock League. If you can get Herbert for the next 3 weeks, like, you'll be chilling.
Dak was a good pickup.
Yeah, Charbonnet, Justice Hill, and RJ Harvey. I think I'm rolling RJ Harvey here just for the upside.
I will say it is so ironic that you have Dak back on your team after last year.
I hope he doesn't do what he did to me last year and just completely fuck me sideways. Addison over Smitty, yeah, I'm probably
bad matchup, but also Smith bad vibes.
36 point over under in the fucking Vikings game. I don't really want to start anybody there.
Nothing's exciting out of that decision.
Nothing to smile about in my life.
This is Gibbs. I'm paying the Piper to go get Gibbs.
I think it's too much, man. I think that's too much. In a 12-team start 9, these are 3 really good starters. I think that's a little too much. This is a really decent offer. I think this is slightly more than I would be willing to pay.
I'm like a little bit lower on AJ and Chuba than you, so maybe that's why.
That's fair, yeah. I mean, these are 3 top 50 players in a start 9 12-team league for me, so that's why I'm just like, I think it's worth it at that. If you were getting like a bunch of like whatever guys, like that'd be one thing, but I think these guys are all like top 24, top 20 wide receiver and running back plays every week.
This would be like this is my weekly. Apologies. Let me go to my redraft. This would be, I believe, my 3rd overall player rest of the season in exchange for AJ. I have 37, so I actually don't have that far off of you. I have Igbuka at 25. I actually have a few spots higher than you. Chuba Hubbard, I have. Okay, that wide receiver range needs to be adjusted up. Apologies. He's going to be at probably like 53.
Yeah, so it's not that far off for you then.
Yeah,
but yeah, to me, it's just a teensy bit too much. If you could get a better receiver than Hunter back or another 3rd piece back or something, then I would be okay doing it at that point. Jake Ferguson for Caleb Johnson and a 2 in a tight end premium league Dynasty. I think this is probably about fair market value. Like, you get the upside of Caleb Johnson maybe bouncing back. Jake Ferguson, I would say, in a tight end premium format is worth about an early to mid second. So if you believe in Caleb Johnson, then you can maybe just free roll him. But what are your thoughts on this? Because I know you probably have Jake Ferguson ranked higher than me in Dynasty as well.
I'm totally cool rolling on Ferguson. The reason being with Jake Ferguson, you're getting the tight end one in fantasy this year, and he's getting legitimately, even when Lamb gets back, he should be a figure of like 8-9 targets per game. Quite simply because the Cowboys offense is so concentrated onto those three players. Like, sure, you'll have the weeks, maybe Javonte contributes 4 targets, 6 targets out of the backfield. But realistically, when those guys are fully healthy, Jalen Tolbert's not really relevant. Kevontae Turpin's not really relevant. Trayshawn Holden's not very relevant. Javonte Williams, like I said, 4 to 6 targets, but Jake Ferguson, George Pickens, and CeeDee Lamb will combine for 38 to 40 targets every week.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much where you're at with Ferguson. So again, I'm fine paying this price for Ferguson. But yeah, Caleb Johnson free rolling him is
fair deal.
Little sketchy. Amari DiMercado versus, Carter, obviously, Addison and Smith. I think I'd probably just play Addison in this situation.
I'm cool going with the upside of Carter here. It depends on the projection of your matchup, I would say. Like if you're, a 50-50 matchup, maybe you take the floor equity that kind of Jordan Addison provides. He's going to get maybe 6 targets, give you about 8 to 10 PPR points, kind of worst case scenario. The thing with Michael Carter, though, against Tennessee, like the Arizona Cardinals can get that run game going against that front.
I actually have Smith ahead of Addison in my rankings this week.
Good luck. They might throw the ball 15 times.
I mean, they might, but that's true of the fucking Eagles every week.
I know. And that's why, because you're just always higher on the Eagles.
You got Surtain probably on AJ. Like, I don't know. This profiles as a Smith game. If you really think, if I told you right now they'd throw 30 times, would you say that Smith is a better play?
I mean, I don't think they're going to throw 30 times. That's really what it comes down to.
If I told you they did.
Well, let me see what the current underdog projection is at both the attempts and the passing yards for Jalen Hurts, because I am curious.
I know Jalen is like certifiably ass, but
yeah, bro, I could do his job. No, I'm kidding. Put me in for the second half for the Eagles game against the Bucks, and they would have had the same outcome.
Yeah, that's what I know.
0 passing yards, kind of insane, though. I can't lie. I totally think he got concussed on that hit. I know nobody's talking about it, but
yeah, he kind of got rocked. Again, so I personally would go with Smith over these options, but if you want to go Addison or with one of the Cardinals running backs, I think that's fine.
Taking a look real quick. Jalen Hurts, 190.5 passing yards, and you know what? More than I thought. 27 projected pass attempts.
Yeah,
fair enough. I don't think he's going to get there, but I mean, that helps a little bit for me, at least.
Dylan's got one here, 2-2, White on waivers, but last waiver order. Yeah, if you can get Rashad, definitely go get him. If he just
definitely Fab next year, by the way.
Yeah, definitely go with Fab next year. Ladd McConkey, Jameson Williams, Brian Thomas Jr. I'm going probably McConkey there. Like I said, I think the Commanders matchup lines up pretty well for him, but the flex decision is going to be between BTJ and JMO, and I would go with BTJ there.
I definitely have BTJ ranked ahead of Ladd.
Yeah, I mean, they're both starters, and because he plays Monday, he's going to be in your flex anyways.
Yeah, fair enough. And Jameson Williams, I have ranked after them, yes.
Yeah. A-list here. My team, wide receiver, JSN, QJ, She-Rice, running back, Bucky, and
honestly,
Kyron. Okay.
I'm doing this.
Yeah, I mean, James Cook and Jefferson are in the same tier for me, and I have Judkins way ahead of Jameson Williams. No, because I was in Discord still. And he just popped in. He's like, yo. And I'm like, oh, shit, I'm in Discord still. So I popped out of it.
Fair enough. You agree, right? Judkins and
yeah,
Cook?
Definitely. Yep. I have Judkins top 30 player for me rest of the season. Like,
Cook.
Guy's a beast. Absolutely worth a 5th round pick in my humble ass opinion.
Also, I just realized you moved Ibuka up a couple spots since our conversation.
Yeah, I did. Because I moved. Who did I saw Tyreek in my rankings.
Oh, got you. I was like, okay.
I had Tyreek in my rankings still, and I also moved him 1 spot ahead of Devontae Adams as well.
Yeah, fair enough. You take Ibuka here, though, with the Lamar injury,
right?
14 team starts.
Yeah, probably. I probably got to move Lamar down a little bit in my overalls.
Fair enough.
And I also need to move him down below Josh Allen in my QB ranks.
So, Drewski, you get a proposed budget before the year, whether it's $100, $200. People usually depend on an amount coming into the season, and you bid based on the percentage of fab that you have. So that's a good mental math to have, is if you think a player is going to be worth about 40% of your fab, obviously in a $100 league, that would be $40. If you're in a $200 league, that would be $80. So kind of calibrating how much to bid based off what your budget is going to be a good way to approach the fab budget. The reason why that we personally prefer playing in fab as opposed to, your 1 through 12 waiver order priority is that it gives everybody an option. Like if a guy, for example, wins in week 1, but maybe his team's not great, he should have the affordability to still get that big top. Let's just say Elijah Mitchell comes out on the week 1 waiver wire. He should have the opportunity to bid all of his fab on him.
I tanked week 1 in my home league once because we were doing a waiver priority system.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. If you're in a waiver priority system, it's allowed because usually the best waiver ads of the year are that first week. Think about who's been the best waiver ad this year. There's a very obvious answer, in my opinion.
Quinn Johnson.
Yeah. So if you tanked week 1, you would have gotten Quinn Johnson.
Yeah. Also, pour one out for me. I just realized before the season started, I dropped Quentin Johnson for Elikayo Manor and actually bid $4 fab to do it.
Tough game.
Not over. No, I'm kidding.
I remember I dropped Puka in a dynasty league right before his rookie season for like some shitter like backup running back. Like it was someone bad. Like it was like a brutal fucking running back that I dropped him for.
Thankfully, you know why? Actually, I will say it right now. Part of the reason why I have so many monsters is my share, like my portfolio of Puka shares is insane. Like how many leagues will you go through that we're in that I just have Puka Nacua in?
I wish I had Puka in more leagues, to be honest with you.
Dude, like in some of them, like again, shout out Flet. It should have never came to this because I picked up Puka after the rookie draft, but then I dropped him.
Yeah.
But right after week 1, I remember everybody's talking, well, is Puka real? Is Puka not real? And I said, hey, Flet, like Puka, Kyron, they go off in week 1, right? I need production because my team's ready to compete. Right. I sent him Jordan Addison in a second for Puka Nacua and Kyron Williams going into Puka's rookie season after week 1 of Puka's rookie season. Apologies. So I got very lucky. Extremely lucky.
I remember that trade going through.
And
Pacheco and QJ here probably slightly, or you like Chase Brown and Ellick?
Pacheco and QJ is all the upside here. I don't want to. I want to get off of Chase Brown.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do as well. Blue 42, AJ Brown, and an early to mid second for BTJ. Yeah, I'll take BTJ there as well.
Yeah, they're both underproducing, and one's 28.
Yeah, and one is 22. I think maybe 23. Not sure exactly.
I don't know about you.
Yes. Twisted T, shout out to Tweez. Chase Brown and Tucker Kraft for Trey McBride. I think I just want McBride here.
This is reasonable, though. I understand it. The thesis being, okay, McBride, maybe a 16-point per game tight end. The way Kraft has been playing, I think he's going to be at least 14 points per game. So if that's the case, it's like maybe Chase Brown, I wouldn't say rebounds fully, but maybe gets to top 20-ish, top 24 status. I understand the vision. If this is a shallow league, which start 8 right on that kind of border.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of making a consolidation move to upgrade his starting lineup, I think is kind of just how he's going about it. I mean, you're a little weaker at running back if you make this move, which would be kind of sketchy, I guess. But I don't know. I think I'm comfortable doing it and getting McBride.
Especially knowing you could pick up like Tootin and Coker on the waivers and stuff.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I'd
agree
then. McBride there.
Seeing the waivers really helped that for me.
Yeah. Hudat 09. My other running backs are Hall, Hampton, and Judkins.
We disagree. I have Javonte over Kyron rest of season. I think Corum's going to take a big chunk out of his workload. Really.
I hope he does. But
good luck.
Part of me is like, Kyron got a big contract. He's still going to be the starter.
Sure, but that hasn't stopped Corum from getting 41% of the carries in week 4.
Like I said, I hope you are right, and I hope I have a startable running back going forward.
Yeah, for real.
Fields or May? I would go with Fields personally of those two. Or sorry, I would go with May of those two options, not Fields. Sup. And then start Tet, Sutton, or Sutton wide receiver 2, and then flex. Okay, so I mean, Odunze is obviously not in your lineup. Okay, so it doesn't look like he filled this out entirely correctly. It's basically just Sutton or Tedero McMillan is the question here. And this week, I do believe
I have Sutton higher. Sutton, I think I'm going to have a lot higher than you. Where you have them,
dude. I am scared shitless of the Eagles corners, bro. They played out of their fucking minds against us.
Sure.
So I have McMillan higher.
Sutton has had. Actually, wait, I have McMillan higher.
McMillan plays the fucking
wait. I said all that. With that being said, I have Tedero McMillan at 10. Sorry. I knew how high I had Cortland Sutton ranked, which is why I immediately went to bat for him. I have Tedero McMillan one spot higher. I have at 10, and I have Cortland Sutton at 11. Because the case I was going to make for Sutton, he's gone 60-plus yards and a touchdown in 3 of his 4 games.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been good. And then it looks like the flex would be between Woody Marks, Jordan Mason, and Sutton, and J.K. Dobbins. So I'd probably go with Sutton in that situation. Yeah.
100%.
Joe Liards, shout out, great school.
Joe
Liards. I don't see any options here to click. Do you want to send him a start set question voucher? Because I cannot see any of his options.
I got you.
All right. Joe, we're going to send you a start set voucher so that you can use that if you're listening to the stream. We should get that to you before the stream is done. Trevion, Tyler Warren for Cam Scattaboo and Hunter Henry. This is Trevion and Tyler Warren all day.
Yes, all day.
Yeah, this isn't even close.
All day, baby. Was that a start sit or a trade question he had?
It was a start sit question.
Got you. Sent.
Nick Davies 98765.
I love
London and Lamb.
I love Nakua, but this is Lamb in London, and you cannot vote otherwise.
Well, it's 10 teams start 7. Let me just make sure.
Dude, I get that. You're looking at Nakua is probably going to be a 24-point per game scorer at this point. Probably.
Maybe. Yeah, his team is really shallow right now too. He doesn't really have much depth.
And maybe Nakua is a 25-point per game scorer, but I genuinely think CeeDee Lamb's going to be a 22-plus point per game scorer, and London's going to be about a 17-plus point per game scorer. So, that's just too much to pass.
I agree. And maybe after you make this trade, see if you can shop Pickens for a running back because his running back core was quite weak. Big dumps, shout out 42. Puka Nakua and George Kittle for Justin Jefferson, Tyler Warren, Woody Marks. I want Puka side all day. And I think once Kittle is back, he'll probably outproduce Tyler Warren as well.
Yeah. That'll be close though. They'll be same tier. This is the first.
Yeah, easily the first.
Go catch that, Parker.
McLovin 2000.
Pittman's banged up, by the way.
Yeah, he is.
I gotta lower him.
I mean, I have Igbuka the highest of this group this week.
Every time I gotta lower. I was just gonna say I got a lower Pittman in my rankings. I had him at 14 coming into the week, but now we got hamstring concerns. No.
Every time I see the name McLovin, I just think of why the fuck would it be between that or Muhammad? I'm going Hunter Henry over TJ Hawkinson over those two.
Corey, you want to hear something that's sad, by the way?
What's up?
We're getting to the point where that's going to be one of our Unc references. You know how back when we were growing up, you'd have the uncles and the dads, they talk about scenes from
Die Hard or something.
Exactly. Or Pulp Fiction or bullshit like that.
Those are great movies if you've never seen them though, for what it's worth. I have references from those movies.
But that's what I mean. It's you know how every time you'd be around older unks, they would always make references and you just try to figure out what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
That's going to be us and Step Brothers to the fucking Dylan generation. And
it was super bad for what it's worth, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Super bad. I mixed them both up.
Same era, same fucking hilarious fucking content. You know,
Superbad, in my opinion, is the best comedy ever made. I think it's the best comedy ever made. Number one overall.
Step Brothers also up there. That's why it was on my mind.
I would like. I love that era of movies, and I could rip you a million fucking different movies from that era. But in my opinion, Superbad is the best one.
Superbad's absolutely up there. Still one of the funniest things. I still remember randomly, like when the first time I was watching it, and when Jonah Hill's character just randomly
not, Christian. Good movie, but no, it's not.
When Jonah Hill's character just randomly passes out midway to talking to Emma Stone.
Yeah. Dude, that movie is fucking electric, man.
Wait.
Don't touch my drums. Yeah, dude, Step Brothers is so good too. I wouldn't even like Step Brothers is great. I just probably wouldn't even put it in the top 5 of movies from that era. It's a great movie, but there's a couple better ones in my opinion.
Hear me out. It's so random, but like one of my guilty pleasures, I always enjoyed watching Click. I don't know what it was about Click. I always loved watching Click.
Not as funny as like
Bro, but when he farts in the guy's face.
Yeah. Oh, dude, my guilt of like Sandler movies, like my guilty pleasure Sandler movie is 100% The Longest Yard. Like The Longest Yard to me is just like the fucking absolute like that might be.
Yo,
the highest net worth cast in the history of a movie. Like, just in terms of how many of those people are famous in that movie, like the sheer number of like wrestlers, former football players, actors, all that kind of shit that are in The Longest Yard. It's just so good. Also, Grown Ups is just electric too. It's like one of the best movies ever made.
And thank God, Christian, I thought I was the only one who found it
was
low-key
sad.
It low-key was sad, bro.
It wasn't even sneaky sad. It just was objectively sad.
I was around 12-year-old Danny when he first. Now I would have been younger. Click would have been 2005 or 6, right?
It was 2007, I think.
2007. Like, I remember I watched it like first time, like on the physical copy. We got it from like Blockbuster or something.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Blockbuster. That's gonna make it sound unk in a couple of years too.
Jack and Jill's crazy.
Jack and Jill is bad. Jack and Jill is bad. Yeah, no, dude, I could rip you so many Sandler movies. Like American Pie to this day is one of my favorite movies as well. Like, just so good.
Herbert and Hall, right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
I'm
Even
trying to
in
think
one quarterback leagues. Like, I have Justin Herbert QB 6 in Dynasty now. I'm ready to admit that I was a fucking moron for saying that he was like QB 15 or whatever I said coming into the year.
Yeah, no, that was tough. I'm sad because I was very pro Herbert, and then I started letting your propaganda spew in. Like,
I know,
just like me with Hunter.
I was going all fucking Goebbels in the chat on Justin Herbert, dude. I don't know why the hell I was so anti-Herbert. Now that I think about it, I'm like, I did adjust my tune right before the season started though, because when they started saying, "Hey, it's going to be more pass heavy," and the beat reporters were saying that, I was like, maybe I should move Justin Herbert up.
What I still remember, one of the saddest movies I watched when I was a kid, I was like 7 when this came out, was Road to Terabithia. You remember that?
Terabithia?
Or Bridge to Terabithia. Same fucking road, bridge. I'm not very good with the exact title, but you understand my references.
Yeah, I got it. White Chicks is also the fucking go-to.
Dude. I remember when they implied that the girl died. I was just like fucking 7 years old, and I'm like, there's no way they just killed the kid.
Yeah. Fucking great movie. Jay Moose, team is 1-3. Drop Hunter for Pearsall, $71 fab left. I mean, if that's your only option, yes, but I would rather drop somebody else.
Yeah, I played the 5th.
Yeah, Danny's saying that he's droppable.
No, but I would prefer Pearsall if I'm left with that exact circumstance.
What about Joe Dirt? Yeah, Joe Dirt's okay. I don't know.
I saw. They didn't imply she did die. No, I know, Tony, but like they didn't like specifically say like, oh yeah, this is a dead girl. You know what I mean? Like they implied it with like the messaging of the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's so many good. Anything, honestly, here's the answer to the best sitcoms in the 2000s. If it has Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell, Vince Vaughn, fucking I could keep naming people like Chris David Rock. Spade types, Chris Kevin Rock. James, like those are just the GOATs. Like every one of those movies is just so good.
Fucking Chris Rock.
Yeah, Chris Rock. Like, yes, dude, I'm like looking at Semi-Pro, Step Brothers, Wedding Crashers, Superbad. Dude, Anchorman's number. Like, if Superbad's number 1 for me, Anchorman is number 2. Anchorman is fucking electric. This is one of the best movies ever.
Oh, Dodgeball's up there, dude. I was a big Dodgeball.
Yeah. That would honestly, that's my top 3. I'm going to submit my top 3 comedies of the last 30 years as Superbad, Anchorman, and Dodgeball. Those are just absolutely electric movies. And The Longest Yard would probably be 4th.
No, genuinely, I have always been a big Ben Stiller guy. When he's playing like that, like cocky villain role, he was like perfectly made to play that role.
He was, yeah.
Like,
nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
What's the fucking? He keeps calling Pete LaFleur.
Yeah, cram hole LaFleur. Dude, some of my dude, there's just so many great refs in my home league. Like, I kind of wish my home league was the Flock League and we were documenting it all the time because we've all been friends for like 15 years. So we have so many references that like are just like, we don't have that in the Flock League because we haven't been friends for 15 years.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But yeah, it's great, man. Some of the movie refs are electric. Must win week 1-3 need to survive until Rice comes back. Neighbors and Chase Brown are fucking me. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you're out without Neighbors now. Who are you going with here? I still unfortunately have Chase Brown ranked the highest.
Yeah, you got to plug your nose. You know he's going to get 13 plus touches, and that's still a projection, unfortunately, for Henderson.
Does the same thing apply to Tony Pollard, or are you going to play Henderson over him?
I have Tony Pollard one spot higher.
You have Tony Pollard one spot higher? Yeah, I do.
I do. Fuck.
Also, the other guys, also electric movie. Sorry,
the other guys is great.
I'm just looking at some movies here now. Horrible Bosses, a couple of great ones. Campaign, yeah, just a bunch of good movies. Trevion Henderson, Michael Carter, Brenton Strange. Yeah, you're going Henderson in the flex there, I think, over Carter for sure. Jay Moose, we will get to this review on Sunday morning, just because we have a lot of questions we still need to get to. Maybe we can get to it at the end of the stream, but I would say for now, we'll just probably push that to Sunday morning.
Blades of Glory.
Oh, Blades of Glory.
Blades of Glory.
Dude, like I said, Will Ferrell, anything with Will Ferrell was great. Semi-Pro Talladega Nights. There's so many great Will Ferrell movies.
Dude, I also remember, holy fuck, I choked. I also remember one of the first movies I got on my PSP at the time. Shout out the PSP. You Don't Mess with the Zohan.
Yeah, Pretty Small Pecker.
Pretty Small Pecker.
Yeah, Zohan's electric too. Gotta love that movie. The Dictator.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah. Classic, dude. Classic movie.
I'm just looking at even Balls of Fury. I remember watching that at my nonno's house, and I'm like,
I never actually saw that.
You didn't see that? Oh, they went to China and they had the whole fucking tournament and shit. I remember that shit. Wow.
Yeah. No, there's another one too. The Hangover.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a
Hangover's a classic.
Euro Trip.
Accepted. You remember Accepted?
Yeah, of course I did.
Movie.
Oh yeah.
Hall Pass.
Euro Trip and Road Trip. I remember. I never remember the title.
Just an electric title. Fucking Starsky and Hutch, dude.
Oh my god.
Starsky and Hutch was electric.
21 Jump Street. I would say 21 Jump Street was at the end of that era. Like at the end of it. Like that was like what 20?
Yeah, 21 Jump. So you know what I consider the end of that era? We're the Millers. The movie We're the Millers. I think that one's like right around the end of that era, because I think that was I saw that in theaters and I was old enough to see it, and it was rated R. So it's not that old. It's like 2014 or something that came out.
Harold and Kumar.
Oh, Harold and Kumar, electric.
Oh yeah.
Why is anyone but you in this fucking in this thing? Like that movie came out 2 years ago. Fucking Sydney Sweeney's in it.
Yeah, she's got some jugs.
She does. Yeah. Oh, dude, Waterboy. The Waterboy's fucking electric.
Yeah. Waterboy's
like I said, literally anything with Adam Sandler in it. Also, another one too, Bad Neighbors.
Oh yeah. They had two as well, because Zac Efron was in one of them.
Wasn't Zac Efron in both of them?
Oh, he was in both of them. Sorry, yeah, he was
he's a bad grandpa or whatever too.
That one was that. Why is Robert De Niro going after some 19-year-old? Why is that a storyline?
Meet the Fockers was a huge movie in my family. Huge movie in my family. Same with this is really dumb, but some of those McConaughey movies too, like Failure to Launch and shit. Those were big in my family. As well.
Ghosts of Girlfriend's Past, all those fucking. What was the one the cool classic
Dazed
McConaughey?
and Confused?
Yes. He's the old high schooler. He's storylines he stayed back. The guy looks like he's 35.
Yeah, I love about high school girls, man. They keep getting older. I keep getting older. They stay the same age. Okay, so Jalen Warren, Stephon Diggs. I think I'm going revenge game narrative. Steph Diggs versus the Bills.
I do really love Rachaad White with no Bucky though.
Yeah, Colin's going deeper into he's going into the fucking 80s movies here with Sean Penn's in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, right? Yeah,
correct.
Sean Penn movie.
Sean Penn, and then Ferris Bueller obviously was in that era as well. That was right near. Was that Back to the Future or right after Back to the Future?
Yeah, it's right around the same time, because I was literally just watching the Charlie Sheen doc on Netflix, and Sean Penn's his best friend, and he got famous from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. My parents' first date is to the Breakfast Club, which is an iconic fucking movie. Imagine just taking a girl to a movie and being like, yeah, it's gonna be our first date. It's the fucking Breakfast Club that you took her to. Isn't that an electric ass movie to take your girlfriend to? And then
that's pretty memorable.
Nowadays, 40 years they've been married, and 3 years from now, so pretty insane. And Emilio Estevez is in the Breakfast Club, and he's Charlie Sheen's brother, so that's why they showed him a little bit.
I'm bracing for it right now in the comments, and I know it's gonna happen. we're gonna sound like real unks for saying this, but like the prime era for movies was like a different time. When you can go to a theater, get a bucket of popcorn, get a drink, and watch, 2 hours at a time, that was electric. And now it's like, when's the last time you've been in a fucking movie theater?
So Maria and I just went and watched. There's like a little indie movie theater by our house, and we just watched Splitsville. It's a comedy. It was actually really funny. Really? And it did kind of remind me of like a 2000s comedy to some degree. And it wasn't like it was supposed to be quote unquote a romantic comedy, but it like wasn't romantic at all. Like it was like it was just jokes mainly. So that was really funny.
Yeah,
I just saw that in theaters recently. But yeah, who knows that Sheen swung both ways, dude. That guy was crushing 7-gram rocks and finishing them. That's just how he rolls. Of course, he was swinging both ways.
He's probably Diddy's best friend at the time.
Who? Charlie Sheen?
Yeah.
I don't think he was doing that crazy shit. But he was just did drugs. He was just into drugs.
That's more so making a joke. Failure to Launch is another McConaughey. I think he actually mentioned
that was a classic.
Right? Yeah, that.
You ever watched The Ringer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great movie too. Back when you could make fun of special people in movies and no one threw a fit about it.
Dude, what was fucking? I remember one time I got super high and watched Peanut Butter Falcon on Netflix, and I had no
clue. I've never seen that, but I know what movie you're talking about.
I had no clue what the fuck was going on. We were inebriated. It was fucking, or I don't even know, intoxicated. It was fucking 11, 12 p.m. and we're just like, yeah, fuck it. We'll throw on Peanut Butter Falcon because what could that possibly be about?
Yeah.
I asked me what happened. I still have no clue what the fuck ended up happening in the movie. I crashed.
I remember I hit like 5 buckets one time and went to go see a movie in theaters, and it was like one of the Mission Impossible movies, and I'd never seen a Mission Impossible movie before. So I was so lost, and I was so fucking high that I fell asleep.
Dude, I watched
theater for like the full. It was a 2.5-hour movie, and I was out the whole time.
Oh, dude! Before it was either Endgame, Infinity War, or one of the what's the one with Chris Pratt? What's the superhero with Chris Pratt? Fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. There's one of those 3 movies. We went to the theater, and me, Marco, my cousin, tumped like 3 or 4 J's outside of the theater before we went in. We went in, got as much popcorn and drinks as we could. Probably spent like $80 each, probably, and we were crashed for like.
I know this is the wrong thing to think of, but I can't tell you how irritated I would be around you high because I know you'd be chewing as loud as possible. Like there's no way you're chewing with your mouth closed high. There's no way.
No.
You're definitely like that's what I'm hearing. Guaranteed.
Picking my teeth mid bites.
Oh Jesus.
You ever eat candy and it gets stuck in your teeth and you're beside a high person who's just picking it at it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not Mason.
Y'all keep our shirts on. We do keep our shirts on, yes. Breece Hall, Jalen Waddle. When I play Mason, though, and like week 9 or week 10, when I play him, I might do all my clips with my shirt off just for shits and gigs. But yeah, that's a pretty straightforward. Danny confirmed mouth breather. I mean, he's definitely, I've heard the guy snore multiple times. He definitely ain't breathing through his nose at night. I can tell you that for sure.
Amonra.
Yeah, I'm going to Monroe there. Gursey B here. Running backs, Judkins or Scadaboo this week. Who do you have ranked higher?
Dude, I was totally going to make a joke about how, oh yeah, you definitely sit Bijan and then I realized who's on bye. Scadaboo.
Yeah, I have Scadaboo ranked higher this week.
Yes, Scadaboo. Judkins I have at like 21, 22 because of the matchup, but
oh dude, that's way too low, bro.
Actually, no, I don't have him that low. Sorry. I have him 17 because of the matchup. I have Scadaboo at 12 though. Sorry.
He's my RB 15, Judkins, but yeah, I also have Scadaboo at 12.
Sorry. I don't know why I said 19, 20, 21. Who was I looking at there? Oh, I was thinking of Jordan Mason for some reason.
Right.
The flip side of the matchup.
What are we doing here at receiver? I don't think Marvin's the top guy for me here.
Probably would be for me, assuming Debo's out.
If Debo plays, I actually have him ranked the highest here. So for now, I'll put Debo in there, and then
I agree.
AJ Brown is my next highest ranked guy.
I have Marv over AJ, but that's close.
Harrison and Thomas are at 22, 23, AJ at 19, Keenan Allen at 25. So these guys are all relatively in the same range here. I think they're all going to get into the lineup here. Hold on.
Who the heck do you have between 12 and 20?
Huh?
Who the heck do you have between 12 and 20 in wide receivers? Because you're talking those guys like late teens, like early 20s. Like I have them in like the high to mid teens because I think wide receiver this week's a mess.
Quentin Johnston's my wide receiver 12 this week.
13 for me. Worthy's my 12.
T-Mac 14, Debo 13, Chris Olave 15. I have Lad McConkey at 16 because I love the matchup. Cortland Sutton at 17, Michael Pittman at 18, assuming he plays. AJ Brown at 19, and Xavier Worthy at 20.
So I have Pittman ranked lower because of the hamstring injury right now. If he plays, though, he's probably going to be like 13 or 14 for me. Chris Olave I have a little bit lower than you, just specifically the usage has been very Wandaly. Like he'll probably get top 24, but does he have like a top 12 ceiling? I'm not convinced yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Let's figure out who the outlaw though, because there's only gonna be one guy left out, I think here.
Probably BTJ until he plays better.
I actually have BTJ ahead of Keenan Allen this week.
Yeah, but you're gonna play Judkins over both, no?
Oh yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I would play Judkins over both. But yeah, that's the way I would set it. I don't know. If Debo's out, obviously you'd play BTJ, probably Keenan if that's your lean there.
Yeah, I mean, I have BTJ at 20 still and Keenan at 22. But like if you're risk averse, I don't mind that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's definitely these guys are all really close though. Like honestly, you could talk me into any which one of those guys being the best play.
I just don't think Debo's gonna play, by the way, because he was DMP.
Yeah, no, I think there's a good chance he doesn't. Elijah, Brian Thomas, Tyler Warren for Brock Bowers and Woody Marks. I think the ceiling resides with Brian Thomas and Tyler Warren.
Agree, because you're hoping maybe Warren can close the gap between 2.5 points per game from Brock Bowers.
Yeah, again, pure point per game projection, assuming those are both flex plays, BTJ is going to average more than Woody Marks, and the gap between these two is not that big in my opinion.
I'm assuming this is Dynasty. Yeah, okay. I'm assuming you would be making this deal because you lost neighbors, you're in a contending window, and they're saying, hey, listen, I'm not contending, but because you are, I got the leverage. Therefore, if you throw in Fannin, I'll give you Jefferson. I'm assuming that's the scenario that happens. If that's the scenario and you're a contending team, I'm perfectly fine throwing on a fan into this deal. Yeah. But if you're just like, we'll wait and see what happens, I'm like middle of the pack. If you're middle of the pack, I don't do it.
Yeah, I think the only way you're doing this is because you want the production, and that's why they would want Fannin, who's a young tight end and whatnot. So yeah, I think I lean towards Jefferson, but that's pretty close. Amarian Hampton, JSN, and Dallas Goedert for BTJ, Bijan, and George Kittle. What's my rule?
So basically, you're hoping here. JSN probably
you just need BTJ to close the gap on JSN essentially for this to work out in your favor.
Exactly right. JSN, I would say I'd feel confident is probably about an 18.5 point per game score this year. Would you say? Like he's so involved. Like he feels a lot like a
You're hoping that BTJ gets you to 15 points by the time he starts playing better.
And who knows? Like, I mean, BTJ is such a wild card that if he figures it out, maybe Travis Hunter plays next to him, takes off pressure and plays more snaps. Like you do have the scenario where BTJ could get back up to where we were drafting him to be. Now that's very volatile. I wouldn't value him as so, but knowing the ceiling range of outcomes still exists where BTJ could be, I wouldn't say maybe as good as JSN, but just under that type of level.
Yeah, he probably won't be as good as JSN, but you got to imagine he's at least going to be better than he's been so far. And I think the gap will be closed to some degree.
And I mean, the real upside here too is Kittle. I mean, the 49ers wide receivers are banged up. McCaffrey's getting 15, 13, 11 targets basically every week. Like when Kittle jumps back in, I think McCaffrey's still going to be probably an 8, 9+ target per game player, but the weeks of McCaffrey getting 13, 14, 15 targets, I just think a lot of those are going to be dispersed to Kittle.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think if Kittle didn't get hurt, he could be having like he truly could be the tight end one and it not even be close right now if he didn't get hurt.
It's enough of a ceiling upside to the point where like Dallas Goedert's a throw-in. Also,
he's fine, but like, you can't really feel too great about him.
I know your rule. You know what my rule is?
CeeDee Lamb, no matter what.
No matter what.
This is similar to the Gibbs trade we talked about earlier, where you're getting 3 players that in a start 8 PPR are all starters for you, assuming, Evans once he's healthy. This is like, because Evans and Lamb have the same injury timeline, to me, that makes
I don't think they do
towards the Evans side of this deal.
I don't think they have nearly the same injury timeline. I think CeeDee Lamb's much more likely to be back in the next 2 weeks, whereas Mike Evans sounds a lot more likely to be out the next month.
No. First of all, that's just incorrect. I've heard a lot of reporters say that he has a good chance of practicing next week.
Okay, and CeeDee Lamb is basically already doing.
I think both players will be back by week 7.
Okay, so I thought you were more
It's not an
pessimistic on
anti-Lamb
Lamb.
timeline.
Okay.
They have the same timeline as in they're both going to be back within the next 2 weeks.
Fair enough. Regardless, if I asked you this question and that was Amon or St. Brown's name instead of CeeDee Lamb, would you be taking the package side? Or would you take Amon-Ra?
I actually it would be still pretty close for me, but I do have St. Brown a little bit higher because he's healthy currently.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the way Amon-Ra is viewed is how I viewed Lamb. Because it sounds like, by all accounts, it sounds like he's going to be back for Carolina. Like that's what the Cowboys has basically been saying.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, Arthur, it's not injury optimism when the guy's already not has anything on his ankle and is doing drills. It's not. Like, I understand. Like it sounds like injury optimism. He's not wearing a fucking boot anymore. I should be optimistic about it.
Yeah. Holy shit, dude! My flocked up team has like everybody on bye this week.
Similar to my flock league team.
Yeah, worse.
Oh god.
I literally have Drake London, Josh Jacobs, Bijan Robinson, DK Metcalf, and Rome Odunze on bye.
Oof.
Or sorry, not Odunze. Hold on. There was another Bear. Oh, I have just like a bench piece that's on the Bears. Yeah. No, but London, Metcalf, Jacobs, and Bijan are all on bye for me this week, which is tough. That's a tough one.
Oh no.
What?
Brock Bowers didn't practice.
With a knee
injury. He didn't practice.
Dude. This is
this guy lucked into the best fucking fate of all time.
I did luck into the best fate of all time. Even I still maintain that had he been healthy right now, he would still not be worth his draft cost.
The thing that's beautiful for you don't
is no one will ever know.
Yeah, you don't care because nobody knows.
This is Drake. This is my stance on CD, which is why I'd probably lean towards this side. Is that there is a bit of a re-injury risk with high ankle sprains as well, and Arthur's kind of on the same page there. But yeah, like it's pretty fair if you believe in Lamb. I think it's a fair trade to make
for sure.
EXP food here.
Also, Corey, I gotta catch you on the COD beta. I'm joking.
No, never again. No joking about games for 10-year-olds. Jacoby Myers, Jalen Waddle, Michael Pittman.
Myers.
I mean, Pittman's not really healthy at the moment. So yeah, you're probably going Myers. QJ,
Waddle.
Isn't that crazy that you're sitting Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle in favor of QJ? Imagine telling yourself this 5 weeks ago.
Insane. Also, dude, Rachaad White, actually. What am I talking about?
In the flex?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, assuming Bucky is out, then you'd probably go in Rachaad White there. So we'll put in Rachaad for now. If Rachaad is not the starter, like Bucky plays, I would start Pittman if Pittman is healthy. And if Pittman's not playing too, there's so many fucking shit that I have to say on this question. I would probably start Jalen Waddle if that were the case, if Pittman and Rachaad are not the starters there. JD23, James Cook for Debo and Genty. Give me James Cook, man. He's just a beast.
Agree.
Jimmy Cook.
We're caught up? Is that true?
No, just about.
Okay.
Not quite.
Yep.
Okay. How many more questions we got? Okay, we still got a couple more questions here.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get this by 7:45, that's perfect because we got to cut a little bit early anyways.
Yeah, we do. Big Slime here. In a rebuild, bought Debo and Mason to flip. Jalen Coker in too early to mid seconds. Jordan Mason, Debo Samuel.
I want Coker in the twos.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're like Coker. Yeah, it's about fair. It's about fair, give or take.
Good insulation.
Yeah. How worried should we be about Bucky's injury? I'm not like overly worried about it. I think he'll miss a game or two.
For this price, though, you do it.
Yeah, for this price, you absolutely do that all day. John Hughes, help me get a win for the love of God. That sounds like John is in a tough spot right now. Are you going Knicks or Danny Dimes here?
Bosif
Knicks. All right. Wide receiver, Emeka is probably the top here.
Buka and Worthy.
I think I have Chase ahead of Worthy. I do.
Chase might get into the flex.
Yeah. I mean, Worthy plays on Monday. So if there's a flex decision, let's put Chase in the wide receiver, one of the wide receiver spots.
You took Igbuka out?
Oh, there we go. Igbuka and then Worthy in the flex.
Yep. Looks good.
BP, sorry. I'd have CD and Jamar and would hope they would go nuclear together somehow. So, I mean, you're making this move trying to get Chase here.
Reasonable.
Yeah, I think it's very fair trade. I do prefer the Walker and Chase side personally.
Yeah. The thing is,
pretty much a wash in both regards. For me, there's upside on both sides of this too.
Yeah, I mean, one side has an underperforming player and an injured player, and the other side has an underperforming player and I would say a lesser ceiling comparative player compared to the other players in it. If that made any sense. Sorry, I just kind of yapped.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Maria's calling me from fucking France right now. I'll just text her, call me back in 10 minutes when we're done here.
Yeah.
Here, actually, let me just answer the phone really quick.
You're good. I wish I can control the questions, unless you can do it for me. Considering David Montgomery, if the question is David Montgomery versus J.K. Dobbins, I would actually play David Montgomery this week. I am 25. I am indeed 25 there, Hassan. Corey is 27, and he seems super happy right now. I'd go David Montgomery all day, every day. Also, Judo Wudo is in chat. He says, keep him on 3-1. Nico is the bye next week, and I can take losses. Makes sense. Respectfully, Hassan, I will speak the way I like to speak. So if that's an issue to you, I will issue a formal warning that if I'm going to lose you because I have to censor myself, then sorry, the door's out there. Unfortunate, but hey, Corey is laughing one up back there. I mean, I can't answer questions until I have you. I curse like a sailor, but never on my FOD vids. I mean, respectfully, like I'm gonna speak the way I want to. I'm not gonna be told to not speak. Cortland Sutton versus Nico Collins versus Javonte and Rashid Rice. I think this makes a ton of sense. I think I'm just gonna go with Nico Collins here personally, but I understand the thesis here. Javonte Williams profiles as a bell cow. If you need a running back, Javonte versus Sutton, probably equivalent value. And then you're banking on Rashid Rice when he's back to be a monster. But for me, I would just rather have the Nico Collins and Cortland Sutton side here. Corey, you got the flip, or I don't even know if you're in the back here. All right. There's nothing I could really do here, Corey. I know I'm going to need you to click something for me. All right, fuck it. I guess I'm going to streamer mode. Can you pull it up? Yeah, I can now. I thought you were in the background though. Okay. Streamer mode, boom. Copy paste URL. I will get you guys set up in a second. Apologies. I respected Hassan, but yeah, I will speak the way I'd like to. That's really it. Even if it's 75 versus 300, at least the 75 will hear the organic me. And here, fucking, I get the live link. Jesus. Sorry, apologies. Just gotta get the link here. All right, should be good. Corey, you can unshare your screen, and I can share this one, I believe. BPAT said not to share that on screen, so I'm not going to. J Moose. Let me go to settings real quick. Turn off the team reviews. Perfect. Okay, I can't click. Sorry, apologies. I'm not going to answer it on stream though, so they won't know. But oh my god, I'm gonna crash out. Yeah, no, I'm just talking to myself. Apologies, guys. I'm really so checked out right now. Like, what the fuck? Is this not gonna load? Is this just gonna stay looking like this? Okay, cool. There we go. It's 1:30 a.m. there, so just saying good night. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I think we left off here. Okay. We should be good now, I believe. BBP, I think we did answer, unless Judo Wudo had another one, but I will answer again just in case. Bucky Irving plus BTJ in exchange for Kenneth Walker plus Chase. We did go with the Jamar and Kenneth Walker side. Judo Wudo here, Nico Collins plus Cortland Sutton for Javonte and Rashid Rice. Again, I understand the context, like you said in chat. I would still go with the Nico Collins side, kind of hoping that Rashid Rice and Nico Collins cancel out. As much as I love Javonte, I think him and Sutton are already on equal value right now. So the fact that I do still prefer Collins, I will take that side. But I would say if you're really high on Rashid Rice and you need a running back, I think this is a totally reasonable deal to make. Zach, Ashton Genty in exchange for Walker and Golden. I have Walker in a ton of leagues. If I can get Ashton Genty for this, I'd be perfectly willing to. Also, shout out the boys. Yeah. I am cooked this week. Do I just take the L for week 5? Quarterback, you have Justin Fields. Running back, so Bucky Irving might be cooked. Jameer Gibbs obviously going to be in your lineup. Brashard Smith versus Blake Corum's close. I actually do prefer Corum. 41% of the rush share of the carries for the Rams last week. And on top of that, again, I do like Brashard Smith. You do have potential third down utility going this week, but Blake Corum just feels like a lock to get 40% of the snaps. Very, very good game environment, 8.5-point home favorite. So we'll lean with Blake Corum there. In terms of the wide receiver position, very close all around, I would say. I mean, Darius Slayton, you get the uptick with Malik Neighbors. First and foremost, Lau McConkey will be the first one here. Outside of that, though, then you got Isaiah Bond, Elikayo Manor, Jalen Coker, yet to be seen if he gets activated, probably going to be on the IR at least for another week. I would lean with Ellick here. I would go to the tight end, put Jawan Johnson in because obviously George Kittle would be out. And then at the flex spots, I like Brashard, but I think you go with the wide receivers here. Bond without Tillman in the lineup, Malik Washington without Tyreek Hill in the lineup. So that's how I'd set it. Again, I don't think you're cooked. I see the upside with this team. Obviously, a little bit of a lower projection, but I do think the upside is there. And dude, Hassan, I think that's totally reasonable if you do prefer Rice, honestly.
All right, we back.
Also, this is in this as well. Yeah, let them be pissed. You are back. I was confused because I saw you in the back and I saw you moving your screen, so I wasn't sure if you were there, so I was waiting for you.
Yeah, no. So here's my piece of relationship advice. When your fiance's in another country and she's like, I just want to tell you about my day for 5 minutes, you just do it because it's going to cause you more problems if you shut her down. And it's literally 1:30 in the morning. She's like, I'm going to go to bed. I just wanted to tell you how my day was. I'm like, okay, I'll listen to that.
Fair enough.
Even though I'm on stream. So, you guys,
Ibuka cancels
second, unfortunately.
Ibuka cancels second, 40-50, 30-58. That, I think I lean the Garrett side, but like that's very reasonable. Oh, that's close.
I
think I lean the Garrett side a little bit.
Yeah, I would prefer. No, you know what? I'm worried that when Tracy comes back, it's going to be a backfield split again. That's like my one concern with this, and I think the ceiling is probably the Garrett side, but the floor I think is the Igbukah side. And I think it's like a good enough floor, and the ceiling's not that much higher on the left side that I would prefer the right side there. But that's close. That's a really close trade.
It's really the conversation of Scadaboo versus Harrison. I think I would agree with you there because, yeah, you know what? I convinced myself. I prefer Javonte more than you do. I think Judkin's obviously better asset, but I do like Javonte a little bit more than you. So
yeah,
that's a really fair deal. Honestly, would you prefer trading Chase Brown instead?
Yes, I would.
For Scadaboo? Yeah, I think I would too. I think I would. Got hit with the injury bus. Who at flex at running back? So first and foremost, Mayfield, Dart versus Nix. I think you got to go with Bo Nix. I'm concerned, or not concerned. Well, I am concerned obviously about the Baker Mayfield not practicing stuff, but I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. He's tough as nails, man. He'll be good to go.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it, to be honest with you.
Christian, you're wild. I would still go Nix though.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay. I mean, you could start both then. You would start a healthy Mayfield over Dart as well, I believe.
Yeah, I would.
Javonte at running back. I'm assuming you agree, especially given these options. I personally would go
agree.
Carter or Kendry higher in your rankings. That's a tough one.
I would go Carter. I'm not super high on Kendry, to be honest. I kind of think it was slightly a blip on the radar what he did.
I will counter with one thing. It kind of goes back to the Giants against a gap scheme runner type of thing we talked about with Hampton. Kendry Miller can get downhill. So like that's like the one thing he can do.
Yeah, he can't do much, but that is one that he can do. Yes.
We go to wide receiver here. I mean, Cortland Sutton obviously in our lineup here. That's an interesting discussion. BTJ, and who do you want as the second flex here? Probably.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like Ridley's going to play. I'd say it's probably Godwin then.
Oh, Godwin. I didn't even see Godwin. Yeah.
It's probably Godwin. Godwin 10 targets last week. I mean, got to feel pretty decent about him if you got him.
I didn't even see him at first, so my apologies. Obviously, Caleb on the bye. You go with Justin Herbert. Running backs here. Let me take a look at what my rankings are, because these guys are all in the same tier. With Walker, Judkins, and can you see Judkins, ETN, and Walker?
Oh, yeah. I have Walker the lowest of that group.
I have it 14 ETN, 16 Kenneth Walker, 17 Judkins.
Yeah, I have Judkins the highest of that group.
Okay, fair enough.
On average, he'd probably make it for us, I guess.
Both probably enter our lineup, because I mean, realistically, with Debo out, you might have to go McConkey here. Although, I mean, McConkey versus Godwin, hear me out, is a conversation this week.
I really like McConkey this week. I know I'm copium because I have McConkey in the flock league, but I do think this is going to be the week that he has a good performance.
I have Godwin straight up ranked higher. I mean, 10 targets is 10 targets.
Yeah, it is. He also wasn't really efficient on said 10 targets though.
I mean, the hard part is that Lad McConkey just can't earn 10 targets.
No, not at the moment. He can, but I think this will be the matchup that he's finally able to earn some significant volume.
Fair enough. So if Debo's out, you go with McConkey there. I would go with Walker over both.
I would go with McConkey. Yeah, that's fine. He'll find the flex because I'd go McConkey with the other one.
Yeah, we could do that. That's perfectly reasonable.
God, I have so many buys, man.
Yeah, dude, I got to set my lineup after this. So
I know that's what I'm trying to do right now in all my leagues. I didn't set my lineups at all.
Running backs look good there. Wide receivers, anything we noticed? Probably not. Tight end, Jake Ferguson. Yep. And then you have the flex. Okay, so you just want us to fill your flex here. I think you got to go with Michael Carter here, or whichever Cardinals running back you want to take your stab on. Because if you are an Amari DiMercado guy on, like, I prefer
I'm a DiMercado guy personally. I have DiMercado ranked higher.
I prefer Carter, but realistically, like, whichever one your gut is telling you is going to get the workload is the best bet. I think the tea leaves are kind of reading to what you kind of mentioned last year with James Cook, where with James Cook, like Ty Johnson's kind of like the complimentary back. But when James Cook missed time, it was Ray Davis getting the bulk of the carries. I think that's how the Cardinals are going to operate.
I don't disagree with you, to be honest. I just think that the game environment they're in, they might be down. I know like the Titans are not great, but for some reason I have this gut feeling that this is going to be the Cam Ward coming out game because the Cardinals are just, you know what I heard the NFL Stock Exchange guys describe the Cardinals as? What? Every round of golf you've ever played.
The most infuriating thing ever.
No. Think about, when I golf, on some rounds I can drive. Some rounds my irons are good.
Oh.
Some rounds I can putt. Some rounds I can chip well, but it's never all of them at once.
That's
I like the Cardinals as a team.
I see the vision.
Sometimes the defense is good. Sometimes Marvin plays well. Sometimes the run game's decent. Sometimes Kyler makes a play or two, but it's never all of that at once.
NFL game streaming, we're not doing that. Sorry, Papa.
Beat it.
Yep. See ya. So I'll put Carter in here, but you're hearing us. Corey would go with DiMercado. I'm assuming you're going both, like whichever Cardinals running back over Malik Washington.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I would as well. So again, whether that's DiMercado, whether that's Carter, hopefully that answered your question. Again, go with your gut there. We are on either side of that with me and Corey. Quarterback. Yep, Drake May is going to be a very good option this week. DiMercado, I really want to get Woody Marks in my lineup if I can, but obviously you're not going to do it over these huge running backs. We'll keep an eye on the flex spots here. Wide receiver, I mean, AJ is going to be one of them. And then if Debo plays, he's going to be one of them. So we'll put those in. I'm assuming you agree?
Yeah. People are so mad that I said the Titans are going to do something this week.
Just over exchange?
Yeah. He's on bye.
Oh, right.
I'm not saying they'll actually beat them. I'm just saying that I don't think it's going to be like a outrageous. I actually think it'll be a close game. Sorry, is what I should have said. I don't think the Titans will win. I just think it'll be a close game.
I think the Cardinals are going to win pretty handily. Also, did you see that was part of the reason why Nick made the deal with Avery? Because he got the Chargers for Cardinals defense swap.
Yeah, I did see that.
No, who did I have against the Titans a couple? Oh, I had the Colts against the Titans a couple weeks ago. That's an enjoyable experience. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Woody Marks for me.
I'd go Keenan Allen first, but yeah, I'd go Woody Marks second.
Yeah, I mean, we'll put both in then. We will be perfectly good.
Yeah.
We got Yang. Also, shout out Joe. He did resubmit his question. It looks like we were able to help him out there.
There we go.
Superflex redraft. Allen for Herbo, AJ Brown, Sharp, collusion. No, definitely not collusion because Josh Allen should be worth a huge package. And to be honest, if I had Josh Allen, I'm probably not accepting this.
Well, I think that's what he means by collusion. He's saying that he sold way too low on Allen for getting Herbert, AJ Brown, and Charbonnet. In Superflex redraft, this is not, it's not vetoable, but it's bad. Like this, Herbert's great, but like, dude, Josh Allen's worth more than this.
Like, I understand if somebody's like, oh, I can down tier to
they probably lost neighbors or something. They're like, I need AJ Brown to start at receiver. Like, it makes sense. I just don't think I would. I would want like Herbert and Garrett Wilson to even consider that.
Like Sharp is Stugats. Like, what are we doing here? Pede. I mean, Lad. Like,
this is McConkey. What are the Seahawks bums?
This is worth. What do you mean? You're not sure? You're sure it's worth. Come on, you should be sure it's worth.
Yeah, you should be. Yes.
Is it, Corey? Is it worth?
It's worth.
It's worth. It's absolutely worth. Also, we didn't answer the question, so we got you covered there. But yeah, we are good. Apologies if you didn't want that show and I didn't want it to show.
Danny, you're in streamer mode still. If you go back into streamer mode, when we end the stream, or maybe I'm in streamer mode still because it's still linked for me. When we end the stream, like when we sign out of here, we can answer it not on stream and then hit next question and it'll send them the answer the same way it normally would because it's in streamer mode on our thing. I think it will at least. If not, maybe. Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. That wouldn't make any sense. Never mind. Let me disregard that.
Yeah, no, I wasn't regarding it too much anyways. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. But anyways, we're going to sign off of here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Good luck this week. Good luck in your matchups. We got to set our lineups and stuff. My sister-in-law's sister also messaged me because she's in like a work pool and she's like, can you pick the winners of these games? And she like literally messaged me 10 minutes ago and the first game starts. And I'm like, yeah, I could pick the winners. You got to give me a minute. But appreciate you guys for tuning in. And we will sign off of here. All of our rankings are up to date. If you guys do need start sit help, our start sit manifesto is up to date as well. So check that out. And of course, rest of season rankings, all that good stuff that's available on the site. We will be live Sunday morning. Matchups that matter tomorrow. Running back and wide receiver tier list on Saturday as per usual. Peace out. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.